Oh, there are like other ones. Oh. Okay. Wow. So much is happening. I was about to say, I feel like you're lost by the look on his face. Oh, you are? Oh no. How did you lose it? I mean, I know you're fast, but that thing is gigantic. I guess you could like hit somewhere. That is not what I thought those would sound like, based on their look. Oh, jeez. How'd you not hear it come up behind you? What if this thing knows Reg too? Like, wait, come back. We're old friends. Oh, it probably does the same thing the orb piercer does. It's kind of like reading. Oh no, probably like reading his consciousness. Yeah, I feel like it is. Using the abyss to see his movements and stuff. It probably just thinks you're dead. There's nowhere for you to go. Oh, it's this guy. It's your brother, that I'm not really sure if is actually your brother or not. Yeah, so your arm can do the same thing too. Wow. Yeah, he's literally just like a giant version of Reg. Oh, you speak. I removed you. Yes, what do you mean stop the village? Yeah, I feel like he would know where to go. Oh, that's what, okay. That's what that hair was. Oh, so you're trying to help him out this whole time. Why are you screaming in his ear, Reg? Is that where you carry stuff? Oh, you can put like a shield up on top. It's not for me to tell you. Oh, you don't know. Okay. Oh, so was Reg placed in the first layer then? That's why he was up there? Oh no, because he used to be in the fourth layer with Liza, so I don't know what layer he was actually placed in. Yeah, that'd be good to know. No, of course not. Oh. They're both just staring at him. Good. Do they? We kind of got like jumped in an alleyway. Okay, yeah, we knew that. Yeah, it's being worked on. I'm glad she didn't bash her head into the table like she did with Ozin. Oh wow, the disrespect. That guy kind of reminds me of the future devil from Chainsaw Man. I don't know why, but he does. Are you wiping that up with another hollow? Oh yeah, let's see how much of a fast learner you are, Riko. I mean, yeah, Riko's kind of been picking up the language as she went, like whenever she asked for a place to sleep and stuff. Does the pink thing have a name? Do we know what it is? Not Minya, obviously, the hollow. Oh, the belly rubs. Okay. What do you mean by that? Like, what does that mean? Because they all keep saying it, and I want to believe that their intentions are good, but I don't think that they are. I feel like I don't think you should have gone down there without Nanachi telling you if the curse was there or not. Wait, that person, the pink thing is going down. Can she tell with Minya that there's no force field there, or is she just guessing? Are we gonna find a Ryuko here? Oh yeah, I think we are. Yeah, you're stepping on. Oh, you're not stepping on him yet. PTSD. Yeah, I'd be afraid of those things too if they like rip me or limb from limb. Or rip the skin off my body. Yeah, I'm not messing with those. This is very creepy. Riko, you're very brave. Like, we already knew that, but still. I'm like, this is terrifying. You just go in a random cave and someone's in there whispering, just like chained to the wall. Yeah, I don't blame you. You completely understand. No, you don't even know. How long have you been there? Sticky place, exactly. Wait, before we do that, can we learn why you're down there? I'm not a fan of letting people free. that I have no reason why they're imprisoned. Okay. Oh wow, that's dark. Oh, so you didn't want that village to be made. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so their souls did remain, yeah. Which we kind of figured that because they all had their own kind of personality. No hesitation. Oh, I just want my friends. You could be the main villain. I don't really care. Just let me find Reg and Riko. That's basically what Nanachi's, or what Riko said. Yeah, we're gonna need to comb out your hair. Yeah, we're just gonna pull you up. I'm just imagining like how hard I don't know why, I'm just imagining how hard it would be to comb out her hair after just letting it grow for years and years like that. Yeah, what would they do if someone spotted you? I guess. If you say so. Oh, it's alluring. What? Oh, I guess you have been underground the whole time. I just assumed you could see what was happening up there. Alright, we're getting Nanachi first. I really want to see, I mean, I know we're going to see it eventually, but the origin of this place and what she was talking about being greedy. Oh yeah, Riko won't even recognize Mitty. Because Midi was dead before Riko woke up. Oh, you might recognize the voice. Move aside, please. Yeah, what are you doing, Ananachi? Are you crying? Oh no, that was you. Oh, you're crying. What are they doing? Why? Nanachi's like knocked out. What? Hold on. I'm a little upset because I feel like Nanachi would do that. But also at the same time, I feel like they tricked Nanachi somehow. Because if... Oh my goodness. Oh, because Midi can regenerate? Yeah, you recognize it. Yeah. Yeah, we all know Midi. Yeah, I figured that. Hold on. How did... Okay, I'm gonna wait for them to explain it. Okay. So, yeah, you had to obtain Midi after Reg incinerated her. Oh, that's why you look like that. Jeez. Oh, okay. Interesting. A perfect copy. Wow. Yeah, don't do that. You have Reg's arm on you right now. Nope. Absolutely not. Half your innards? Half your innards, but I won't be greedy, right? Because that makes sense. I don't like any of those options, so we're gonna... Oh, no way. This episode flew by. Alright, so that's it for this episode of MadeInAbyss. We got a lot of background information, really, just a lot of detail in general from this episode. We learned that Reg, well, possibly, but we learned that Reg and the other guy are considered interference units, and their job is to kind of like just observe the abyss and I guess report back the information. But the big one said he doesn't know who the creator is. He hasn't been granted that data. So I'm sure he kind of just reports information, I guess, transmits it, basically. Because he also said that the transmissions from the other interference units had ceased for some time now. But I'm not really sure which layer Reg was originally put on. He said if Reg and him are made by the same person, because he's really not sure, just I'm assuming because they're so different. But they're super different, but also fairly similar at the same time, you know, like the detachable arms. And I don't know if his is completely an incinerator, because he didn't incinerate that one creature that jumped at them. It looks like he just blew it back. So maybe his cannon isn't as powerful as Reg's, I'm not really sure. But like I was saying, you know, Reg was initially on the 4th layer with Liza, if that's even where he started at. And then he ended up on the 1st layer. And the big robot said that, interference units don't really cross layers like that. So I'm assuming obviously Reg is different, but like we still have a huge question about his missing data and things like that. So we're not really sure what his purpose is and, really how he got to where he is. We do know at some point, though, he did know Fupta, and I'm assuming he knew the big robot as well. So yeah, Reg has just been kind of crossing layers this entire time. So maybe his overall objective is different from the big robots, but that's just information we're gonna have to learn later on. And then I guess the whole other half of this episode was, Riko, she spent some time learning the language of the village, but then also after that, we ran into Vuko. We went down there and found her. It was super creepy. So yeah, I applaud Riko and her bravery because that whole thing was just creepy. Just going down somewhere and seeing someone just chained up in a cave and they're whispering to themselves. I wouldn't have been able to do it. I'm like, no, let's go. But so Vuko kind of said that she was put in prison down there because she was against the creation of the village and that she was consumed by greed and wanted to become something more than human. I'm not really sure if that is, because we know Nanachi's a blessing and that other Fupta is like Princess of the Hollows. But somebody in one of the comments said that Fupta wasn't the little girl from the original village. So I'm not really sure what Fupta is. It said that in here, it said that the village kind of gave birth, or the creation of the village. Something gave birth to Fupta because we saw her like hatching from an egg or something. I'm not really entirely sure what that was. I kind of hope that next episode is a flashback episode so we kind of get to see what happened. Just because there's still a lot of questions, and most of the questions that I have are coming from the original people that made it to the sixth layer and not really our group. But yeah, I want to see what greed she was talking about, what she meant when she said she wanted to become something more than human. Because I don't think she meant she wanted to become one of like the hollows that are up in the village. I think she wanted to become something, maybe like bailiff. He does seem like a hollow, but even before he sold some of his body to get a copy of MIDI, it seemed like he was a bit more powerful. Like even now, it seems like he's already different than the rest of them. But that kind of leads me to my next subject, which is Bondrude somehow got down to the sixth layer and came back up. Not really sure. Well, he could have used the Ombre Hands. Yeah, he could have just sent like a couple of the Ombre Hands and MIDI down there to like talk to the people in that village. And then whenever it was time to come back up, he just had other bodies up top. So he probably could have just been transferring himself back and forth. Because I was going to say, how did he get to the sixth layer and get back up? Yeah, one of the main plot points of the movie is just, he wanted to go down to the sixth layer and come back up, but receive the blessing when he came back up. So I was like, if you were traveling between the two layers the whole time, that wouldn't really make any sense. But yeah, so this MIDI it is MIDI, but not really. It's MIDI 2.0. So Bailiff, he sold some of his value, which was like 700 something limbs of his body. I guess he's like a centipede and not like a snake. But he sold off like 700 appendages or whatever of his body, and he also cut his length in half, however long he used to be. And the village, I guess, yeah, the village had to create a copy of, or whatever magic is going on in the village, created a complete copy of MIDI, including MIDI's soul. So this MIDI, when I said including MIDI's soul, because this MIDI still wasn't talking, so I guess it's MIDI as we knew her, not really having the human consciousness or whatever. But we saw that he was feeding off of MIDI in order to become, I guess, immortal, because he was saying that this MIDI is one of the closest things to the netherworld. And he said something about it. Well, we already knew that MIDI was immortal because, MIDI would regenerate and just would never die. But like I said, he worded it in a way that MIDI was the closest thing to like the netherworld itself. If I read that correctly, I'm gonna go back and read it, but I'm not really sure. And I guess he was just feeding off of her, but I'm not really sure why he was feeding off of MIDI because they themselves kind of seem immortal as well. So I'm not really sure what the purpose of feeding off of MIDI was. And then obviously, they definitely 100% manipulated Nanaji because if Nanaji sold her value, like sold herself in her entirety to set MIDI free, that wouldn't really make any sense because now Nanachi's body is just laying there next to MIDI and MIDI isn't really free, you know. So I do believe that Nanachi would do that just because of how much Nanachi loved MIDI. But also at the same time, I'm like, well, I guess love for a person can make you not think all the way through. But that plan wouldn't have made any sense. Like, it clearly wasn't thought through. And obviously they were playing on Nanachi's emotions when they offered her that deal. So now they've offered Riko a deal to try and get Midi and Nanachi back. We're definitely not taking that deal. I'm not sure what we're gonna do, but we're not giving up half our organs. We're not giving up our limbs or anything like that. So I'm assuming Reg is gonna show up because that's the last time we saw was Reg got led to the village. But I don't see it being a fight to try and get out. I feel like Vuko is gonna show up, but even still, Vuko said that she can't really show her face because it cause problems within the village. So yeah, I'm really interested to see what happens this next episode. If I miss anything, please let me know. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.